Hi Flosstube, it's Shelly Key X Stitch on Instagram, and it's only stitching right here. Hope everybody's doing well, and thanks for coming to watch. I don't know, it's been a long time. March 7th, I think, was my last one. I worked on hashtag Bella Stitch Itty Bitty Sal. So I just did this, and I'm going to make it into a little scissor fob. And it's just on, I think, 18 count white Ada. This is my project for the month I'm focused on. Barbara Anna Designs, All Creatures, Great and Small. And this I got digitally. I probably started in 2015. Look at this. There's a note on here that says the pattern is on my phone. Like, how many phones ago was that? So I got a ton done on this because when I started out, I had like almost this much done. And so I've been working and working and working on it. And I'm using almost all the called for colors, except for I changed the red on the barn to a little redder. It's 3777, so it's still a little bit orange. And all the people were supposed to be this, which I think is 402, which is very bright peach. And so some of them are this one, which I think is 3774. I changed some of the skin to that. And I also added this blue color. And it's also right there. But almost all of it says charted, and I'm pretty sure this is on, oh, this is on Tycho, 18 count Tycho by PTP. And I just love Barbara Anna. I like her people, where she puts the people in the hat, like that. She also has a lot of kitties, so I like that. And the pigs. Oh my gosh, it's a whole pig family. So that's been fun. And I did this for 24 hours of cross stitch. I started a new, like when I was doing it at the top of every hour, I started a new motif. And if I didn't finish it, I still started a new one the next hour. And if I finished early, because some of the motifs are tiny, I would go back and do, you know, like fill in on the hill, or I did some ripping because when I decided to put the blue in, I ripped out some green, like some of the water was green. I'm like, oh, now it can be blue. This one is on doubloon, I think. Yeah, 16 count doubloon. And this is my, the sampler that my stepmom gave me, and I charted it. And Amy, Mrs. Flossie, is going to release a adaptation of this. So I was doing a lot of this one, and these are the colors I chose. And I've shown the original on here before, but I didn't pull it out right now. Probably should have. So I started doing some of the letters. And I think I had to rip out, yeah, I had some of these lines wrong, so I ripped those out. But mostly I've been working like over here. But that one, I gotta get back to that one. If I wasn't focusing on my Barbara Anna for this month, it's kind of I have an online quilt group, and they call UFOs, which are whips for cross stitch people, one a month, like Whip Go. And so I'm using, well, see, Barbara Anna, I'm online. Barbara Anna really didn't get called. Mary Bars got called for April, but the colors look really weird on my fabric, so I'm stopping doing that one. I made this, this is like that foam. It's foam instead of batting. I made this little folder for my, this one I just showed you, my stepmom sampler. So this is felt, and this is flannel, and this is a blackbird flannel that I found online. I bought it, I didn't even know it was flannel. And then I had a pocket to put, I love putting crazy fabrics where you can't see them. That's a K facet stripe. My pockets where I just shove all that, and then put this in here, and that's all. And then there's the back, and this is blackbird fabric too. And I wish I had put the sampler on the front, but the fabric came this way, so I didn't even have to cut the fabric at all. But I could have cut it and, you know, sewed it this way, so I could have had the, oh well, I don't care that much. I'm not enough of a perfectionist. I worked on this on tax day. Grant House sampler, 1865, by Chessie and Me. And this, I think, is on Wren by PTP, 16 count. I could be wrong. If I ever looked like I knew what I was saying in a previous video, then that's really what it was. And Preserve the Union used to be up here and over 1 in the chart, but I had to move it because I'm not doing over 1 on Ada. So I just added on underneath the chart and did that. And then I finished the eagle, and I finished doing the shield on the eagle, and I've been doing some doodads. Oh, and I finished this plant right here. So this is almost done. I just have doodads here, and then I probably have to add some for what I took out, and there's also little doodads around the star. See, like that. And see how I had to change the 2 eagles and let us have peace. So that's what it looks like, because those eagles are over 1. And this is what it looks like when I did it. So that one is super close to being done. And then I'll start the, what is the next one called? Lincoln House. This one, it's a start and a finish, and I gave away the pattern already. This was a market release by Sambry Stitches, Flowers and Crowns. And it's on doubloon, 16 count doubloon. And I changed it to have all these pinks and reds instead of tans. So there was a lot of tan in the original. But I thought, if the flowers are red and pink, then they would fade to tan and darker tan. So I just assumed the tans were those colors. I don't know why. But I picked up a lot of just different pink and mostly a lot of different kind of pinky reds, like licorice red and holly berry and that kind of pink red fancy floss. And then this was Oak, I think is the name of that. And it looks really a lot like Fool's Gold. But I liked how it kind of went in and out, but that's only one color. I just chose different golds and browns. A lot of different golds. I think they might have all been the same color in the pattern. I don't know. But if you look it up, you can see it. And I know I changed this to 24. I put the 24 in. It was just 2 squares sitting there weirdly. And that's it. I kept all the other things. Like these all came in the O and the 12 and that were in the pattern. But this was super fun and went very fast, and I finished this. I think I got it like in March for market. So I probably got it mid-March, and I finished it in like 2 or 3 weeks. It was very fast and fun. So I highly recommend that one if you're looking for something fun. This was in PNPS, which I never ended up getting my hard copy. So I'm very sad, but at least I had the digital copy of Spring 2024. Punch Needle and Primitive Stitcher magazine. And this is Barbara Anna, which I think she's one of my favorite designers. I've done so many of hers. And so this one is called The Lady and the Catacorn. And it's on Be Stitch Me Solo. And I finished this. I think I had shown this started. But her stuff, I mean, it's probably 4 inches, but it is a lot of stitching. It's almost all solid. Like more than half of it is solid. But I just love that. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Leslie, if you're watching this, you got to do it because it's a white kitty. Fat Cat Flossing. She raises Burmans that are mostly white. This is Garden Sampler, and this is a download on Hirschner's. It's like, I don't know, $5, $7. It's not very much. And you can go on their website and get it. And I'm doing this with the Valdanis from, I think it's Spring Quaker. It's either Summer Quaker or Spring Quaker by Rosewood Manor. They sold these Valdanis. And this is what I've done so far. And I think I had started, yeah, I have no idea. I have no idea what I did, but here's where it is now. And this is also PTP, but this is 14 count Nessie, which is a kind of like a blue-gray. Yeah, it's pretty light. But the Valdani are not my favorite thing to stitch with. I mean, it's nice that it's just a single strand and it's 2 or 3 ply. I don't know what ply it is, but it's not that great to pull through. So that's why I thought 14 count would be good, because maybe the holes would be bigger. This was in my market order. Some of my favorite things by Rosewood Manor. Except for, of course, you know, I looked at the green and thought, oh, no, I'm not doing it on green fabric. So it's got a lot of white, but I thought the flowers were beautiful and the colors of the flowers. I don't know about all the little words in there. I think it makes it look kind of dated. It says welcome right here. Taryn, it says welcome. And she shows you how you can, you know, make little smalls out of them, or just put 4 together and make a little banner. Or, and then it says hand wrought by, and then I don't know what else it says right there. I don't have my glasses on. Where did I put my glasses? Okay, here we go. It says, it's a tongue twister. As ye sow, so shall ye reap. And then some of the other stuff in here is something else I don't like. I don't like that one either. It's like backstitched and weird. The flowers of tomorrow are the seeds of today, and welcome to our home. So there's 2 welcomes on here. This one's welcome to our home, and this is the flowers of tomorrow thing. So those are going to be blank or doodads or I don't know what. But this is a piece of fabric by Those Missing Stitches, and it's called Compelling Conscious. It's spelled C-O-N-C-H-I-S. And so this is 16 count Aida, which is a really pretty blue-green color. And the white I'm using is, I don't know. Oh, it's anchor white. Because I think it covers better because it's a little fuzzier than DMC white. Then I totally caved in a moment of weakness and got this, which is the Hats exclusive from limited edition sampler exclusively for Hobby House Needleworks. Hats, a present for a friend, and it only has 3 colors in it. So I bought the silk and I bought the Tabby Cat fabric. So I bought it as a kit, and the fabric's name is the Cat's Whiskers. And it took like 5 weeks from the time I ordered it till I got it. And the mail was fast, so that tells you somebody else was slow. And it was so dumb because I ordered it right when I knew their shop was moving to a new location. And yeah, so, but this goes fast, and it's, but look at the color of the linen. It's very, very, very slightly mottled light gray, and I just am so irritated at myself that I bought this Aida. I could have dunked some white Aida into some red, and it would have looked like this. So this is all as charted, and it's also a Versois Soie d'Alger is the silk, and I'm just too rough on it. Like my links are too long, and the fabric is too rough, and I fold it up and I hold it in hand, and so it's getting fuzzy, and so that's also irritating, and I'm sure that's why I put this down. And I got to be in the mood for this kind of stitching, because it's a certain type of stitching, right? Because it's pretty boring, and it's like you don't change colors very much. So if you're in the mood for just like, oh, I see, like, look at that. So you have to be in the mood for it, because sometimes I found myself working on it and like, oh, this is irritating me because it's so boring. Why am I working on it? And then like, yeah, why am I working on it? So I put it down. But it's really fun. This is the type of sampler I like, with just all kinds of stuff in it, all kinds of weird things, not repetitive. So I will finish it. I will just not buy Soie d'Alger again. And not buy Tabby Cat linen again, which is Tabby Cat Aida. And, you know, because I refuse to cut my legs short on my silk. And I know that about myself. But HDF, hand-dyed by Vicki Clayton, that goes very, very well. Doesn't shred, doesn't fuzz up. So that's the floss for me. That's the silk for me. Okay, let's see. I think that's it. I have a list of things I don't have with me. I finished Jane Fittis, hooray. And I also did a little Peter Rabbit that was from a World of Cross Stitching. It was about this big. I gave that to my older grandson for Easter. I made it into a little pillow. And I did one of those mini masterpieces, and I bought the, oh my gosh, what is the name of the website? It's a digital book. And if you look up mini masterpieces on Etsy, I'm sure you'll find it. Like you can pay, like, I think I paid $26 and you get all of their mini masterpieces that they'll ever do and the ones that they've done already. So I did one of those called Lady with a Parasol, but I gifted that, so I don't have that. And I also did a Biscornu that I don't have, so that's fantastic also. I wanted to say that on May 1st, I'm going to start bobbing. This was also a release from Market that I got by Stacy Nash. And so our Zoom group that Sandy, Stitchin' with Sandy, hosts it second and fourth Sundays of the month. And we're all going to stitch animal crackers. And so the hashtag is going to be Stitchin' Crackers with Sandy. And if you want to join the Zoom, it's very easy. You just go DM Sandy on Instagram. She's also Stitchin' with Sandy, no G, Stitchin' with Sandy, Sandi on Instagram. So you can start that. And I'm starting a birthday sale with Sandy because our birthday is the same day in May, and I don't have it with me right here, but it's the May Quaker from the Heart Needle Art by Wendy that Amanda Alba Stitcher, she stitched them. I think it was just last year, right? I don't know, the years go by so fast. Maybe it was the year before. And then I thought I should mention, because I never do this, but some of the floss tubers that are new to me that I've been watching that I haven't mentioned very many of these before. Crafty Gaming Jamie. I know I mentioned her when I was talking about my long dog because she had Mario faces that she put into it. And so I copied that on the O letters on Opening Gambit. And so they're little Mario faces instead of how Long Dog had them. So now I also watch her, and she does a ton of full coverage. I just really enjoy watching her, although you see how much full coverage I do. The 502 Stitcher, Paula. Hi, Jamie. Hi, Paula. I don't think either one of them watch me, so none of these people watch me. And she does a lot of housewives, and she does Primrose Cottage a lot, and she finishes them all. Like, she's a very quick stitcher. And I enjoy her. All these people I enjoy, so I'll stop saying that because why would I be telling you? Cross Stitch and Chill, which is Kelsey, and she does videos in her job, so she's very good at her video quality is outstanding, and she's very, I just like her attitude and how mellow she is. Renewing Stitches. Amy does watch me, and I met her on Sandy's Zoom, and she's called Renewing Stitches because she likes a lot of the older stitches, and she stitches newer stitches too. And Krista, the Wildflower Stitcher, I met her through Kim, and I'm also on a Zoom with her. And she stitches a lot of samplers, and I think she watches me too. So see, after I say that, there's two people from Zoom so that we watch each other. So hi, Krista. And then the Whisker City Stitcher, also she does watch me. Oh my gosh, I just lie, right? And she runs a estate sale business. So, you know, right after cross stitch, my next favorite thing is thrifting. So, you know, I got to watch her. And also it's called Whisker City. So, you know, it's got to do with a cat. You have a cat. I got to watch you. And that is it. And there's tons of people I've watched forever. So, I don't know. Oh, you see all my stuff? I still have all my framing up, sitting on just on the counter. My daughter and her family came over. My husband, my daughter, my son-in-law, my grandson. Nobody said one word. And my husband's been sitting with it like this for weeks. And you know, it's his superpower because, you know, thank God I don't have a husband that is a nitpicker and notices every little thing. So my husband's kind of the other way. And so no comment on any of this from anybody. So I really do stitch for myself or my mom. So I got to give that to my mom. That's going to her. That's, oh, look, there's my bluey beach house. Sometimes I get on FaceTime with my grandson and I play with that. Ooh, look how shiny that is. Okay, there we go. That I have to give to my mom. I already showed that, but that needs to get going. I've even seen my mom since I finished that fully. So anyway, what have you all been stitching on? And I hope things are going great. And happy stitching. Tell me what you're stitching on in the comments. Thanks for watching.